What it all comes down to, what it really all comes down to is the basic attitude. You either care about life and think that life is important, or you don't. And if you care about life and you feel that life is important, then you're a human being. And if you don't care about life and don't think that life is important, you don't think it matters what happens, then you're a fucking zombie. You're not a human being. You're just a fucking zombie shuffling and trudging through your own pointless, miserable life. And the problem with our whole world, our whole society, is that it is overwhelmingly filled with shuffling, spiritless zombies trudging through their fucking miserable, pointless, apathetic lives. And this is what I've been up against my whole life, from the time I entered kindergarten, or at least first grade anyhow. I started noticing other kids at school kind of didn't really give a fuck. Kind of didn't really feel that life was that important and that it mattered. They didn't really fucking care. They expected all of their physical needs and wants to be handed to them magically, and they should never have to lift a finger to do anything. And this is our society. We devote all this energy to inventing new things so that more and more we have to do less and less, that we don't even have to lift a finger. All you have to do is open your mouth, and voice activated controls will provide whatever you demand. And eventually, it's not too far off, you won't even have to open your mouth. All you'll have to do is think about something, and it will be activated and provided to you without even having to open your fucking mouth, let alone lifting a fucking finger. But while you're doing this, you're thinking, look, we're winning, we're getting more points, we're getting more for less, because machines do everything for us. At the same time, you're turning into shapeless blobs that are dying from diabetes and heart attacks and cancer, because you're no longer living like a human being. You're living like a fucking amoeba in a jar. You're no longer using your skeleton and your muscles, and so they're atrophying. That's close enough, whatever. They're atrophying. And you're dying, and you're finding that you have to get on some kind of... So then you have to invent some kind of new machines, that you invented all these machines to do everything so you never have to lift a finger. Now you have to invent machines that you get on to mimic all the physical activity that you're not doing because of all the other first machines that you invented. So then you've got to mimic all the exercise that you're missing out on because you've made the world too convenient for yourself. And so what in the end? What's the actual savings? You think you're saving something because you don't have to work up a sweat or expend any effort and energy to doing something, but then you have to turn around and exert at least as much effort and energy just to keep your fucking physical body still in shape and from turning into a shapeless, pointless amoeba. So it's still a zero-sum game. No matter how much you work to create more inventions so that you have to do less and less, the result is you have to go onto an exercise machine or to a gym to do more and more to make up for what you're missing out. So it's all bullshit. But most of all, you have to care about life. And if you care about life That's all there is to it. Everything else will fall naturally before you. You won't have to sit there making plans. Everything will be clear ahead of you. If you decide that you really value life, and that it's disgusting to go consuming the bodies of other living beings. It's disgusting to go slaughtering animals by the billions and trillions. Then you don't have to make a decision. Your own sense of values, your own sense of caring, make the decision automatic. You just reach a point where you say, there's no way that I can go on eating dead animals. I can't do that. And then you stop doing it. And then you find out all the joys of eating non-meat foods. But the thing, of course, one of the things that is most despicable to me, and has been for a dozen years, is the fucking LOL. And people don't understand why that bothers me so much. Bothers me for a number of reasons, all rolled up into one, but to make it as simply as possible, the whole fucking world full of LOL people are people who are going through life like zombies without really feeling that life has any actual significance, without really feeling that they actually care what happens in life. The people who write LOL are not people who care, they're people who don't care. Ha ha ha, LOL, ha ha ha, that's so funny, ha ha, everything, no matter what you say, everything you say, the response is, ha ha ha, a lame half laughter, ha ha, so fun, ha ha, oh that's funny, ha 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 ha, no matter what you say. When you say, treat other people the way you would want to be treated yourself, the LOL people go, ha ha ha, funny, ha ha. You say, thou shalt not kill, to understand that you care about life, and life is something you shouldn't be destroying. What's the response? Of course, the response is, ha ha, have to have funny, LOL, ha 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 ha. No, I wasn't joking. I wasn't fucking joking. I was being serious. LOL. LOL is the fucking stigmata of apathy. It's the fucking gigantic, unescapable birthmark indicating zombiehood and lack of caring. There we go. It's like a great big huge giant fucking mole right on the middle of your fucking nose, or giant wart saying, look at me, I'm just an ugly troll. Oh, I don't care. I don't care. Ha ha ha. Oh, you're a vegetarian. That's funny. You suck. That's the mentality of fucking people who are zombies and are not human beings and are not genuine, are just not genuine beings. And that's all it comes down to, is we have to be genuine people, genuine beings. And my whole life, whenever I've been involved, participating in society rather than removing myself from it as much as possible, I've always encountered, because this is the majority attitude of the population of our society, of our world, is this apathetic attitude of people who don't actually fucking care about life. That's all it boils down to, is you need to care about life. If you care about life, you will care about living. If you care about living, you will care about being a real live human being. But if you don't care about any of those things, you will be a fucking robotic zombie, just trudging through your life, destroying as much as possible, and not caring. And that's what our world is dying from. That's the fucking cancer that is killing our world, is this fucking zombiehood of people who don't care, that don't feel that life matters, and so they can destroy it without any twinge of consciousness. And you want to know what's going to save us? You want to know what kind of a Messiah can come along and solve the problem? Well, the problem is that you're not fucking alive. You're not living human beings. And the solution to that problem is to start to become alive. Start to be human beings. Start to give a damn about life. That's the whole story. And isn't that a huge amount of why people were so obsessed with the Beatles? Why people were so captivated by the Beatles? There they were. There was Lennon shouting, McCartney smiling, Harrison playing the melodies, Ringo giving a definite thrust to the whole thing, and people looked at them and listened to them and felt, whether they put it into words themselves or not, these fucking people are really alive. These sounds that this band is making are the sounds of people who are really alive, people who really care about life, and that's it. That's the essence of the whole Beatlemania. That the Beatles projected this attitude that life actually mattered, that they actually cared, that they actually gave a damn, that it was actually worth caring and having feelings. And everything that has been anti-Beatles has been everything that promotes the opposite attitude, that life doesn't matter, that it's all bullshit, and that we should embrace the bullshit and just trudge through our lives like fucking zombies. And that's why Dire Straits were held up as being the heroes of the 1980s. Do the walk, the walk of life, with the Sultans, the Sultans of Swing, your money for nothing and the chicks for free. Why don't you just fucking kill me rather than make me listen to the fucking zombie Dire fucking Straits? And we are in dire fucking straits because people are fucking zombies. Over and out.